Hello DC fans, DCU right here. Today we're breaking down Peacemaker Season 2 Episode 5 titled Back to the Future. The name is a clever play on Back to the Future, but it carries a deeper meaning for the story. On one side, Peacemaker Chris Smith is badly hurt and wishes he could escape to another universe just to ease his pain. On the other side, Rick Flag Sr. is also trying to stitch up his own wounds from the past, but the tragedy is both of them keep falling into the same cycle and making the same mistakes. The episode starts with Rick Flag Jr.'s funeral. We see Hardcore sitting there filled with anger and grief. That's when Rick Flag Sr., the father of her best friend, approaches her, but his intentions are about comfort or sympathy. He only wants to use Hardcore to uncover who killed his son.
You know who did it?
And here's where it gets even more interesting. I strongly believe Rick Flag Sr. is the one blocking Emilia from returning to the agency. Next we see Kupperberg Park, and I'm pretty sure James Gunn named it after Paul Kupperberg, the classic DC Comics writer. Emilia is there waiting for Chris, secretly hoping he doesn't show up, but it's all set up. Argus agents are hiding in the park, ready to ambush Chris, and interestingly, they're using color code names just like in Reservoir Dogs.
Mr. Brown, Mr. White, Mr. Blonde.
Chris eventually shows up, and in true Peacemaker fashion, he uses innocent bystanders in the park as cover against the sniper, who turns out to be none other than Judo Master perched on the rooftop. Then comes one of the most emotional moments. Chris sits down on a bench with Hardcore and asks her if what happened between them on the boat meant anything. Basically, he just wants to confirm if she really has feelings for him before he makes the decision to leave for another universe. But Hardcore was furious. She is frustrated that Chris would risk his life just to ask such a question. She shuts him down, saying she wishes it never happened.
I told you, I wish it never fucking happened.
Chris finally hears the painful truth and it leaves him crushed. So Chris tries to make his escape from the park, but Argus agents close in. He takes down Agent Klein, and when Judo Master fires a shot, it ends up hitting Klein because Chris is using him as a human shield over his shoulder. Then Agent Flurry aims his gun, and Chris mockingly calls him Shaft.
Take a step closer, Shaft.
In referencing to the 1973 TV series Shaft. But the real shocker comes next. Agent Bordeaux takes aim at Chris and activates her cybernetic eye, revealing she's actually a metahuman, just like the engineer from Superman. This twist changes everything. Emilia realizes Chris is about to be killed, so she rushes in at the last second, tackling Peacemaker to save his life. Chris gets dragged into Argus headquarters and locked inside an interrogation room. That's where Rick Flag Sr. unleashes all his rage, brutally beating Chris as payback for his son's death. I love this scene. The casting really pays off here. Frank Grillo brings the gritty action star energy, while John Cena's wrestler background makes the fight feel raw, heavy, and completely believable.
There's not a day that goes by that I don't regret.
Meanwhile, Emilia steps in and convinces John Economos to officially book Chris into the Argus system. By doing this, she makes sure Rick cannot kill him off the record. And then we get a surprising moment. Agent Flurry notices what John did, tells him he made the right call.
It's good you did that.
And even gives him the respectful nod John has been wanting ever since their first meeting. But here's the kicker. Flurry is now starting to suspect that something isn't right with the whole Argus mission. Red Sand Wild doesn't let up. He keeps hunting Eagley with this long, massive rifle. But here's the twist. Eagley is way stronger than he expected. Instead of being the hunter, Red Sand Wild becomes the prey as the whole flock of eagles summoned by Eagley swarm him and take him down. And in the moment of defeat, Rest and Wild finally realized the truth. Eagley isn't just any bird. He's the primal eagle he's been searching for all along. Chris finally makes the big decision. He's leaving for another universe, this time for good. In other universe, he ends up battling massive kaiju exactly like in Superman movie. The episode closes on a huge moment, the 11th Street Kids reuniting to rescue Chris from this other universe. And here's where it gets even bigger. The quantum unfolding chamber device that powers the portal feels way too important to be a one-off. I'm convinced it's gonna play a pivotal role in the future of DCU, especially if someone opens a portal that was never meant to be open in the first place. Let's see what happens.